107.7 FM.
Melody 107.7 FM. Lagos. Good morning to you. Welcome to a new week edition, Getmeradio also Monday edition from the Dailies this wonderful morning. Happy new month to our dear esteemed listeners. In the month of the first day in the month of July, year 2024. My name is Abidoye, Babatunde, and with me this wonderful morning is
Oluwadamilola, Ologbon. Good morning, Nigerians, and happy new month.
Happy new month also. Talking about the weather forecast in the center of excellence and known as the commercial city of Lagos, Nigeria. It is at 25 degrees Celsius, which is partly cloudy in Lagos State as we speak. And it's now high time to take a look across at the Dailies this wonderful morning. And let's let you know that we've been live on the Facebook fan page, where you can watch us live right now on www.facebook.com/Melody FM 1077. You can also listen to us via the internet radio directories, talking about the Radio Garden app, Getmeradio app, Onlineradiobox app, also myTurner app, not forgetting Streamer app. For the Android users, you can connect with us via the Google Play Store for the internet radio directories, and also for the iPhone users, you can also head straight to the App iOS Store, and you are on the go. Also, favorite to connect with us on our social media mechanisms, talking about our social media platform on the Facebook fan page, on X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Melody FM 1077. And also let us know what you think about the airlines at this wonderful morning. You can join the conversation as the storyline is available on 070 4800 1077 is the dial. 070 4800 is the dial. Or you can also connect with us on 090 6201 1077. 090 6201 1077 is the dial. Alright, and first let's start off with the airlines and from the Punch newspaper. And let's punch you with the story coming out from His Excellency, talking about the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Tinubu condemns Borno suicide attack as a promise to deal with troublemakers. Tinubu condemns a Borno suicide promise to deal with the troublemakers. And also still on Punch newspaper about the Japa headlines as outrage as a UK-based driver remains on. Punch newspaper. It's all about the new minimum wage. I've seen Nigerian government coming out talking about the new minimum wage, which may push states into bankrupt, and that is coming out from the NGF report. New minimum wage may push states into bankrupt, says the NGF report.
Still from the Metro page of the Punch newspaper, it says here, calls Joe's father 17 years for raping and impregnating daughter. From the Vanguard newspaper on minimum wage delay, Labour urged to declare nationwide strike. From the Tribune newspaper, it says they released Nnamdi Kanu, NSAS protesters, and NSAS protesters other detainees. Obi tells Tinubu. Those are the headlines from the Dailies this morning. All right, more details of the airlines will be taken right now after this short break. Is still from the Dailies on the new month edition, or should I just say the new week on the also Monday on Melody 107.7 FM. So stay cool, Melody. We'll be right back after this time out. It is still from the Dailies on Melody 107.7 FM Lagos. It's time for us to take a look across the headlines being read to you earlier. Let's start off with the stories coming out from the Punch newspaper. This are wonderful morning as Tinubu condemns Borno suicide attacks and promise to deal with troublemakers. And from that storyline, the Punch newspaper, the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu has condemned the bomb attacks, which resulted in the loss of lives and the remaining of other citizens in Gozua local government area of Borno state. And
The reporter says that there was a deadly bomb attack which killed at least 18 persons and maimed many others on Saturday at a wedding ceremony in Tashan, Mararaba in Goza town in Borno State. And the security analyst and counter-insurgency expert are talking about Zagazola Makama disclosed that the bomber, later identified as a young lady in early 20s, denoted our explosive device in the middle of the gathering and causing chaos and also destruction. And the intelligence source told Makama that the victims who were all civilians were returning from a wedding celebration when the attack occurred near a busy motor park. You can just catch more of that story on the Punch newspaper, saying that Tinubu condemns Borno attacks and promised to deal with troublemakers as we await the National Security Advisor Oluwadamilola to come out with a report with other forces across nationwide.
From the Vanguard newspaper, the headline here says minimum wage delay, Labour urged to declare nationwide strike. The Campaign for Democratic and Workers' Rights, CDWR, has called on organized labor to immediately mobilize and declare a nationwide strike over the minimum wage and the recent hike in electricity tariff. According to the CDWR, Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and Trade Union Congress, TUC, as the next step in the minimum wage struggle, should declare and mobilize widely for a 48-hour general strike and mass protest to demand a minimum wage not less than 200,000 naira and the reversal of all anti-poor policies, which includes privatization, deregulation, subsidy removal, electricity tariff hike, and others. In a statement by the National Publicity Secretary of the CDWR, it recalled that the NLC and TUC had been at loggerheads with the federal government and private sector over a new minimum wage, and negotiation has been deadlocked for over 3 weeks and still counting, saying government and private sector insisted on paying 60,000 naira provoked the declaration of an indefinite strike, which started on June 3rd, 2024, but was suspended on the 4th of June, 2024. More of the story can be found in the Vanguard newspaper.
All right, Sudan Punch newspaper, Jackpa headlines that this wonderful morning as outrage saying UK-based driver remains on the federal government payroll. And from the storyline on the Punch newspaper, there was an outrage on Sunday over United Kingdom-based taxi driver who remained on the federal government payroll despite migrating to the United Kingdom in 2022. However, the civil society organization known as the CLO disclosed that there was an indication of how deeply rooted corruption was in Nigerian civil service. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had already last week ordered a crackdown on civil servants who were still collecting salary despite migrating abroad, and the corporate must be made to refund the money they have affirmatively collected, says the president. And concerning that, the 36-year-old Nigerian civil servant referred to as Sabitu Adams, not real name, who moved to the United Kingdom in 2022, was still collecting the salary of a civil servant. And according to what we gathered that he continues to receive 150,000 naira monthly from the government job in Nigeria due to understanding with his boss. You can catch more of that story on the Punch newspaper. These are wonderful money concerning the Jackpot headline as outrage on a UK-based driver who remains on a federal government payroll.
From the Punch newspaper, also, new minimum wage may push states into bankruptcy, says NGF reports. The headlines, the lead of the story says, as the nation awaits the new minimum wage promised to be sent to the National Assembly by President Bola Tinubu, the burden of implementing the minimum wage may make many states bankrupt. The Federal Executive Council at its meeting last Tuesday stepped down a memorandum on the report of the Tripartite Committee on the new minimum wage to allow for more consultations among the federal and state governments on one part, the private sector and labor unions on the other part. Last Thursday, Tinubu met with governors at the National Executive Council meeting chaired by the Vice President, Kashim Shettima. The meeting was expected to deliberate on the national minimum wage, was however silent on whether or not it considered the issue. Also last Thursday, the Southern Governors Forum released a communique of its meeting held in Abeokuta, Ogun State, with the governors asking that each state to negotiate minimum wage with its workforce. The labor union have, however, reacted to the stance of the Nigeria Government Forum over their overbearing influence on the minimum wage negotiation. More of the story can be found in the Punch newspaper this morning.
However, let's move straight to Nigerian Tribune as a statement is coming out from Peter Obi disclosing to Tinubu says a release Nnamdi Kanu, NSAS, protesters, others are detainees. Obi tells Tinubu. You can catch that story on the Tribune newspaper this wonderful morning as a presidential candidate of the Labour Party known as LP in the 23 general election. Mr. Peter Obi has already called for the release of the detained leader of indigenous people of Biafra known as IPOP, Nnamdi Kanu, other freedom fighters, and also NSAS protesters. Obi will disclose on Saturday in Onitsha and Anambra State a call on leaders to double their effort in security, saying that if nothing was done, then the country may slide into a failed nation. And the primary work of government is the security of life and property, and it's the foundation of which people can live in any nation, because no one can stay in an insecure environment. Well, you can also add more to read more of that stories on that Nigerian Tribune this wonderful morning, saying that a release Nnamdi Kanu, NSAS protesters, others detainees, saying Obi disclosing to Tinubu.
Lastly, from the Metro page of the Punch newspaper, calls Joe's father 17 years for raping and impregnating daughter. A Bayelsa High Court sitting in Yenagoa has sentenced a 41-year-old man to prison for 17 years for raping and impregnating his daughter. According to reports gathered, the victim gave birth to a baby girl while the trial was pending. Nidman, who hails from a community in Ogoni in Rivers State, was reported to the police by members of the state's gender advocacy group that they were concerned. It says here that when a concerned neighbor noticed the victim was 5 months pregnant and made suspicious that the father was responsible for the pregnancy, he had to make a report, which was now passed to the police station. The convict was said to have started sexually molesting his 14-year-old daughter, who was in JSS 3, shortly after his wife's passing away, and forced her to sleep with him on his matrimonial bed, while 2 younger brothers were made to sleep on the floor. More of the story can be found in the Metro page of the Punch newspaper.
All right, it's now time to call in 070-4800-1077 is the dial. 090-6201-1077 is another dial. 070-4800-1077 is the dial. Or you can also connect with us via the other studio line on 090-6201-1077 is another dial. Let's make this call. Hello, who's on the line?
Good morning, Mr. Ologbon.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Ologbon.
Good morning, sir.
Well done.
Thank you very much, sir.
This is Abidoye.
Over to you, sir.
I want to quickly talk about what happened in Borno.
Okay, sir.
It shows that Nigeria, we still have a lot to go in terms of intelligence gathering by our security agents, and putting in place devices that can, really reveal who is bringing what into a particular gathering. Look at the number of people that lost their lives and those that were injured in that place. The federal government should do something very quickly.
All right.
And the issue of the rot in our system, we have people with the out of work, they still be collecting money. When we are blaming the leaders that they are not doing the right thing, what of the leg? God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much for calling in. Let's straight out to the Facebook fan page, and you can still call in. For the Facebook fan page, Adeyemi Adetunwa says, Happy New Month, my mentor station with emoji of love. Staying cool with Melody FM, always from adding your gas line. And God bless Nigeria, including Melody FM. Olufemi Ruleba says, Good morning, sir and ma. Equate no. Happy New Month. Let's see if we can sneak in one more call and get out of the studio. 070-4800-1077 is the dial. 090-6201-1077 is another dial. I think we need to start packing our bags because we have a program coming up next by 7:15 talking about the Yoruba Sport Faction, courtesy of Agbola Wabiz. All right, we have now come to the end of today's program talking about the dailies on the new week edition. Join us tomorrow talking about the lovely Tuesday edition for another wonderful edition of these dailies on this dialing frequency radio station Melody 107.7 FM Lagos. I am Abidoye Babatunde.
And I am Oluwadamilola Ologbon. Once again, Happy New Month and Happy New Week.
And like we say, God bless Nigeria, God bless Lagos State, God bless Melody 107.7 FM. Happy New Month.